Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video and another contest prep update. So, as you can tell, we're 3 weeks out from the first show. I'm getting super excited now. So, very close in the final stages. 2 weeks of sort of like normal training and normal, well yeah, 2 weeks of normal training and then a week of peaking. And the week of peaking will certainly still be a fat loss week. So I was going to say 2 weeks of normal nutrition, but the third week will still be normal nutrition because I'm going to utilize it as another week of fat loss really, as opposed to just a full week of peaking. So I'm very much looking forward to things now. I've just got so much more, like when you get really close, the feelings of fatigue and stuff like that, obviously they're at their peak, but at the same time they're quite diminished. It's weird because you feel like you're so much closer rather than like 6 weeks or 8 weeks. When you have a bad day and you're like 8 weeks out, it hurts so much more than when you're like 3 or 2, because you can literally count down the days until you're going to be up on stage doing what you love to do. Like I've told you guys so many times, I love the show day itself. I am so excited for it. I've got a few friends, or quite a few friends, that are actually doing the same show. I've got probably one of the biggest support networks ever that are going to be at the show within my own clients, my family and some friends. I just can't wait. I can't wait for the day. I'm really excited. So how has this week gone? So first things first, let's cover scale weight. A pound down on average, which is wicked at this stage. Literally every single day I woke up to a new low, until obviously I refed and my weight went up. So I went down from, my average was last week 157.7, and my average this week was 156.7. So exactly a pound down on average. Like that is pretty much picture perfect at this stage. And I got through the week really well. I was hitting like new lows pretty much every single day. Started to feel rough as hell in terms of just like general fatigue, and also like sessions becoming to the point where I'd still massively look forward to them, but I was dragging my ass to the sessions. I was really dragging my feet to get into the gym, get that first set underway, and then get training. Really tough. And you know, whilst I might sound energetic on the end of this clip and these footage, like I have my time where I'm just literally just a sloth, and I work up some energy in these videos because I don't want to sound like a boring dick. Like I really love this, and I want to put across to you guys not a fake image, but a real front that I do actually just really enjoy what I do. And that's why you should get into this. You know, that's why you should do a contest prep, because you love it. So I'm still fairly energetic at some points in the day, but for sure, training some days this week was starting to get really rough. Started to look quite flat come the end of the week. I hadn't refed in at least 2 weeks. It was about 2.5 weeks. So I haven't had a refeed in a while. So Friday, in came the carbohydrates. We did a 700 gram refeed. It was about 3,600 calories. And I went up by 2 pounds the next day, exactly 2 pounds. This morning, 2 pounds down, back to baseline. Perfect. This is exactly what I needed. And you know, you have a lot of people that say, oh my God, that refeed's too high, brings you out of calorie deficit. You don't understand, like when you're super lean, you have the ability to uptake nutrients, uptake carbohydrates really well. Utilize them. Like you're so efficient. Like your metabolism is so efficient at that point that you can have decently high refeeds, get away with it, and then get back to fat loss. And it just gives you that momentary boost. The day after, I had a really good session. The day of the refeed, I had a really good session. And then now today I feel hungry as hell again. So back to sort of normality, and I woke up with sort of the draggy feet feelings, etc. So I find that like earlier on in my diet when I was doing refeeds, they'd probably make me feel good for like 3 to 4 days. And now a refeed maybe makes me feel good for 1 to 2 days. So of course, its benefits are limited, yet I do see, again, like you cannot ignore the power of anecdotal evidence. They do provide me with a training performance benefit, a mentality benefit in terms of looking forward to them, having them, enjoying them, a reduced cortisol benefit in terms of the day itself. I'm much lower stress because I've got more calories, more food, and yeah, those are the main benefits for me. With regards to leptin, ghrelin, hunger hormones, etc., and the effects of dieting, so diet fatigue, it's probably not going to do much. A single day refeed just won't do much for those kind of things. It's not going to boost your metabolism or anything like that realistically over the course of one day, but nevertheless it will give you some benefit. I do really think that. I do really think that. So that's my own anecdotal evidence and a little bit of what comes from how I work with clients as well, both female and male competitors. So that's the week with regards to nutrition. My macros throughout the week, besides the refeed, were 260 carb, 45 fat, 180 protein. So pretty decently poverty, to be fair, for me. Definitely low for me. And cardio is still the same, 4 sessions of 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then roughly anywhere between 12 and 15,000 steps per day. So we're definitely doing a decent amount of expenditure now. So this is honest, this is truth. So, and then obviously I'm training 6 days a week, weight training, and then Sundays off. Sundays are my only off day from the gym, but I thoroughly enjoy that split. I recover from it very well. My split, for anyone that doesn't already know, starts off with push. So I do push, then I do lower, then I do pull, then I do push, then I do lower, and then I do an upper day. So that's how I work my week, and that's worked for me for like a year and a half, that kind of split, and the volume is pretty decently high and I'm recovering well. Sessions this week went really damn good, like seriously good. My push day to start the week was probably the only session that went a little bit shit. Again, barbell bench press just horrible at the moment, but holding on to it as much as I can. So I held on to numbers, but it's just frustrating. Barbell OHP felt really difficult, so I'm contemplating taking that out and putting in another seated dumbbell press, because that's the only shoulder move that's starting to feel really good. So we'll see how it goes this week, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, OHP and bench, any sort of like barbell free weight move is starting to feel really not so good. And again, this is down to leverages and obviously body fat coming down, overall body weight coming down. So those things weren't feeling so good this week. But my second push session was great. My pulling moves are all still going well. Lower body was good. Legs, so I squatted 165 for 10. Because I'm doing my higher rep ranges and focusing more on accruing volume as opposed to doing the sort of the lower end sets of 6, etc. So got a good dose of volume in that first session, 165 for 10, and then back off sets at I think 155 for 8s, just 3 sets of 8, and then later into the week got 150 for 16 reps high bar back squat. That was amazing. That felt awesome. And then got back off sets, 150, 3x10. So some really good lifts in the bag. So training performance and weight loss really good. In terms of like sleep, hunger, sleep is perfect, touch wood. My glasses, my goggles, everything's on point. Oats pre-bed, just man, I'm sleeping like an absolute baby, which is very good at this stage. So I'm very happy with that. Obviously I took some progress images over the weekend. I'll throw some up behind this. So they were good, I was happy with them. A much fuller look after the 700 grams of carbs went in. So a much fuller look, maintained condition, pretty much no spill after those. One thing that I did do with the refeed that was bad is I had about 2,000 calories pre-bed, which probably influenced the weigh-in, to be honest. And I had like 200 grams of oats, 2 bagels with jam, 2 English muffins with jam, and an omelette. And wow, like that just made me feel really quite ill, so I won't be doing that again. and I'll be splitting up my meals a little bit more in a more adult fashion, as opposed to like a kid that came home from a soccer event and wants to eat all the cupboards. So I won't be doing that again. That was a lesson learned. And other than that, things are well. Things are all good. Like, I can't begin to describe how awesome business is going at the moment, like with Made by Morris and my coaching, the Natty Scene podcast, Team Muscle Radio. Like, everything that I'm doing, I'm loving. I'm loving life, and I'm busier than ever with everything that I'm doing, and I just can't ask for more at the moment. And that's something that I really enjoy. It's like, even after the shows, I love what I do. Like, I genuinely love my life, which is amazing. I'm so happy to say that, because, you know, some people finish a show and then they're like, oh, I've just got to go back to work on Monday. And I'm like, I just love every day. So it's not like I'll have that. I might have a brief like dull after the show, like brief post-show weird feelings, which I'll cover. But I just can't wait to just continue doing what I'm doing. And of course, we've got other shows to do as well after the first one. So, man, I'm pumped, guys. Changes for next week. I do want to just do a little bit more of a push for the next 3 weeks. I want to see what I can get out of myself. As you can see by the pictures, I've still got some definitely some weight, some body fat to come off my hamstrings and my glutes. So the main areas that I want to push for. So I'm going to make another change. I'm going to drop 10 grams of carbs. No, I think I've made the change already. It's going to be either 10 or 15 grams of carbs off and 5 grams of fat away as well. So it'll be on 40 fat, which is probably, it will be the lowest that I'll take it. I've gone down lower than that before, but I don't want to go any lower than that again. So those are the changes. We are going to make changes. Rationale behind that is like 3-week push, and then after the 3-week push, I am going to be doing a diet break. So I've got a nice break between the first show and the others. So I've got time for a 1 to 2 week diet break, which I'll auto-regulate. It will be at maintenance. So I'm basically, that's my rationale behind pushing. Obviously, if I had longer or I didn't feel like a push was needed, I wouldn't make a change because it was a good week. But I just want to ensure fat loss progress. That's why I'm making the change, guys. So make that clear. Other points in the prep, I haven't made changes when progress has been good to sort of save ammo, but I'm at a stage where I just want to ensure that the next 3 weeks are very good. So that's the rationale. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. My battery's about to die on the camera, so hope that I said everything. Everything's going well. No comments, no complaints. Just, it's getting tougher. It's getting harder for sure. I've had my rough days, and I will speak to you guys next week. Lots of love. Cheers for checking in. And we'll speak soon. Cheers, guys.